So today I wanted to talk about Curecoin. Curecoin is an altcoin. Many people know what altcoins are, some of the most popular are Ethereum, Dash, and Lite, but there's technically over 700 altcoins. Now most of them are dead coins, were pump and dump schemes, but I'd say a portion of them, maybe 200 to 300, are actually feasible, still being developed and still being coded on all the time. Now I had the luxury of meeting a few of the Curecoin team at a conference back in 2015 in Miami. And when I first heard about it, I didn't think much of it, but after spending a little time with the development team, I realized what it actually does. So a lot of you may have heard, may not have heard of something called folding at home through Stanford University. And really what that is an algorithm that was created 15 years ago to take a small part of your processing power from any computer you own, doesn't matter if it's a desktop, a laptop, or even a computer from 1995, it really doesn't matter. And you can donate a small portion of that processing power to Stanford's folding at home algorithm. So you're giving processing power to Stanford. And what really happens in the background is they use all that processing power from all the different people all across the world to start folding proteins. And folding proteins is one of the 7 steps to actually finding cures for diseases. So when you put 2 and 2 together, you're realizing, hey, this is an altcoin that's dealing in some way with medical help for humans, right? So when you dig a little bit deeper, you realize that Curecoin was made about three and a half years ago, and it was created as a utility coin, basically to incentivize individuals that have already possibly been donating to donate more processing power. So instead of having just arbitrary numbers, you actually get paid out in Curecoin every single day, depending on how much processing power you're actually donating. So obviously, if you have a brand new GPU, a 1080 from NVIDIA, you'll be making a lot more Curecoin than you would if you were using a laptop from 1995. But the fact still remains, you would still be making Curecoin every day. And that's done just by basically pointing at your computer at the Curecoin mining pool, folding proteins, and everybody wins. Now, one of the other cool things about Curecoin is the fact that a lot of people always want to mine Bitcoin. We talk about ASICs, advanced specific integrated circuits, and how powerful they are. Curecoin doesn't use ASICs to actually fold proteins. They use ASICs to help secure the blockchain. And they also have it divvied up where 80% of the actual mining from CPUs and GPUs is folding the proteins, and the 20% from the ASICs are actually just securing. So what that really means is, in the past, ASICs would destroy any GPU and CPU computations. But the way they have it set up is you can actually still be more profitable using a GPU than you actually can with an ASIC. So even though your GPU only gets X amount of hashes and it's going to be less than the ASIC, it's actually better for you to use GPUs and CPUs because that's what's actually providing mining. Using an ASIC to mine Curecoin on the Curecoin blockchain will only help secure the network. So just keep that in mind. It's one of those things where you'll still get paid if you use an ASIC, but you're not actually doing any folding. And really, for most people, how many people have ASICs? So this is much more of a coin that you can mine if you're just an individual with an average computer at home. The second thing I wanted to talk about was overall just the willingness for this development team to take on what could be considered competitors and work with them. So what do I mean by this? Not too long ago, we had another coin come out called Folding Coin, right? Folding at home, Folding Coin. Different developers, different team, basically trying to do the exact same thing, just using counterparty's blockchain instead of Bitcoin's. So instead of having a fight and saying our coin's better, they decided to code something called merge mining. So now, for end users like me and you, where we're just going to set our computers to mine Curecoin, we can actually merge mine, which means we're going to make Curecoin, we're going to make Folding Coin, and we're going to make a few others because there's a few other coins like Pepe Coin and just a few others. So what used to be, you just get points, and now you get Curecoin, and now you get Curecoin, Folding Coin, and all these other little smaller coins that still have value, and you can actually bring them to exchanges and trade them for Bitcoin. So as of today, Curecoin's about 12 cents a coin. Yesterday it was 5 cents a coin. And it's for an investment purpose. Obviously that looks really good, right? So if you had bought 10 Curecoin for 50 cents yesterday, you'd now have about $1.25. That doesn't mean that Curecoin doesn't go up and down. It does, just like all currencies. But that's one of those things where you just hold your coins until you're ready to sell them. But even better, quite recently, Curecoin started partnering with a company called Coin Payments, And that is an app that you can get on your phone. It's also a payment processor that allows for about 55 different cryptocurrencies to be used to pay for goods. So if you're a business, you can actually use coin payments, and an individual can come onto your site and they can buy your goods with 55 different cryptocurrencies. Now, as a business owner, you get to decide which ones you want to accept and which ones you don't. I always recommend just to accept them all. It leaves you more open for anyone that comes in with anything can pay you. Currently myself, I use Curecoin, and I can accept Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. But I very much want to upgrade to coin payments just so I can accept a lot more. So, 1, you get to use your Curecoin to buy things. 2, you get to use your Curecoin to trade into other cryptocurrencies, or you can just hold them and watch them go up in time and sell them for actual cash. So there's a lot of great things about Curecoin, more than just an investment property, more than just the ability to help cure disease, more than just the philanthropic idea of it all. There's just so many wonderful things that Curecoin really is doing. And if I haven't said it, the development team behind it really is the cream of the crop when it comes to people. I've been being able to communicate with them for about 6 months now. Actually longer than that. I've known them for about 3 years now, but deep down I've been able to communicate much more over the past 6 months. And what I've realized is this is a day in, day out goal for them, where there is nothing on their mind other than making sure that this works, because to them it's not about making money. It's don't get me wrong, when the coin goes up in price, everybody celebrates, but generally this is the very first utility coin that I saw. And there are a few others, but the very first one that I saw that really, really made sense to me as far as being a coin for good, being so much more than just a store of value like Bitcoin or Litecoin or Dash. Being able to spend and receive and send, cryptocurrency across the globe is important and great, but other coins do that much better, or much more often. Whereas Curecoin, it was really developed to be nothing more than something that would incentivize people to help cure disease. So hopefully with the developments like Curecoin moving forward, maybe in 5 and 10 years, we can actually cure cancer. I know that's a bold statement, but this is what I hope for future technology. And this is why Curecoin is so important to me, because I generally think most people can get cancer. And I want to at least know that I tried my best to do what I could do as I was getting older to hopefully get to that cure faster. So those are the 3 reasons why I believe Curecoin is important and why everybody should take a second look at it. Start spending your 15 minutes to get your computer to be mining Curecoin, so that A, you get paid, B, we have the cure for cancer faster, and C, one of the biggest things I always hear is, how do I mine Bitcoin? How do I mine Bitcoin? How do I mine Bitcoin? And at this point, unless you have a huge amount of money to put in and invest into it, it's not really profitable. The return on investment is still really, really long. Even with the price of Bitcoin soaring right now, there's still a lot of things to worry about when it comes to mining, the difficulty curve and everything else. And if you want to know about Bitcoin mining, there's plenty of great videos for that. But as far as Curecoin goes, it's still an extremely profitable coin. If you were to go buy a brand new 1080 NVIDIA video card, within about a couple months, you could actually get your return on investment back and you'd still be making more Curecoin. So if you do want to mine, I severely would say try Curecoin. Get your feet wet, because any computer that you own will mine it, will work on it, and you can see if you actually like mining. So that's another reason why Curecoin's great, is you can actually get your feet wet and see if you enjoy the prospect of mining cryptocurrency.